How's it going, people? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's happy hour. I know it was a rough weekend. I know a lot of people are hurting. Mississippi State just got beat by Tennessee. That hurts. Joey Magnifico. Holy moly, he caught it. I know. But there's so much stuff that we got to get to. I mean, Dak Prescott. Remember when he was going to reset the market on basically the salaried position? He's going to make $40 million a year, all that good stuff. Right now, man, seriously, I got so many things to talk about, from the quarterback position, from the Mid-South, from Memphis to Mississippi State, all over. What a crazy weekend. Georgia, they're hurting. Memphis is hurting. State's hurting. Cowboy fans are hurting. And again, if you've been listening to me, people, this is unequivocally the worst NFL season I have ever watched in my life, period. And it's not just the play on the field. It's the play. It's the pace. It's the players. It's the officiating. It's the style. It is every single thing. I can't tell you how annoyed I am with the National Football League. Literally, to a point to where we are going to have to talk all kinds of stuff about it. But I know y'all are very, very frustrated about a lot of stuff. Let me give you a little insight to what we're going to do today. And I would like y'all to join in. It's me and Gabe. We know a lot happened this weekend. I've got the whole slate clear. Y'all can drop in at any time at the First Bank text line, 67129. Y'all can also message us on at Sports56WHBQ on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And, of course, keep us locked at 5696.1 and 87.7 FM, as we got 2 FM channels now. And make sure you have the app. But what we're talking today is very, very important. We are going to talk about, well, basically, in the first segment, I got to know who got it worse, because we always do things like this. Could you say getting muschamped? I want to make Clemsoning used to be a word for when a good team would lose a game that they were supposed to win. When a bad team unequivocally does everything to give you the game, and you're still so pathetic as a coach and as a team, and you have such a bad Saturday that literally you would take you would have to make a mistake in every quarter, almost at every single turn to lose that game. When you lose that, that's called muschamping. I like that. And I'll explain to you, because I got basically literally 20 reasons I can tell you that Georgia got muschamped. That Kirby Smart had the worst called game in the history of the sport. I know that y'all are going to sit there and say, man, that's some hyperbole right there. Nope. I'm being dead serious. Georgia had no business losing to a fourth-string quarterback who was playing wide receiver 3 weeks ago. Yes, that happened in overtime in Georgia. No joke. Wait till I get to it. It's going to be dirty. I can already tell Gabe's going to laugh his tail off. This one's going to be fun. There's nothing like getting what we're going to call muschamped, because it's wrong on so many levels. But then we also have to talk about what happened up at Lincoln Financial Field, man. Joey Magnifico, everybody and their grandmother is talking about the catch that wasn't the catch that got overturned, the catch that was the catch that was, everybody has their opinion. It's subjective. I agree they should not have overturned it. I agree it should have been called a catch. I agree that they should have beaten Temple. And I agree that my heart is broken. But I also do agree that we can't put this on one call or one missed catch. I'm sorry. There's no way you find yourself in, a 16-0 hole?
Should have been more.
Yeah, it should have been more.
Should have been way more, to be
real. 3 turnovers right off the bat. It seemed like, man, in a blink of an eye, I couldn't tell who was playing worse between Georgia and Memphis when we were starting off that day. You know what I mean? It was rough to watch, y'all. It really, really was. And a lot of people want to blame the officiating. And I'm going to tell you right now, in the National Football League, you're going to hear me absolutely smoke some officials. And it's not just because they're making bad calls. It's because they've basically gone out there and, as a band of brothers, said that we are not going to, if they review a pass interference, we are not changing it. They've basically come together and said that. That is wasting time. They also call holding calls and illegal hits, and they've taken the pace out of the game so bad that I don't know how the players can handle it,
John,
let alone me watching it at home.
It's not watchable. I mean,
It's not.
If we're being completely honest, there was times yesterday where I'm flipping back and forth between the early games on Fox and CBS, and every other play a flag is on the field.
Yep, and it's sick.
They control. They
when you
dictate
watch the red
pace.
zone, and the only thing you can see is an official on every dead gum channel. When you got it literally on red zone, or if you're down at Tunica and they got 16 televisions, and you got every dead gum game and everything you can see, and the only thing you can do is see a zebra.
The thing that got me is there was a lot of outrage this weekend about a lot of people on Twitter going off about refs. It's been like that the whole year. It hasn't changed.
It really hasn't. It's been sad. But we also do have some great stuff to talk about. Correa's home run, talk about timing that was needed. We have a lot of stuff going on today, and we are going to move on, and we are going to get ready for Monday night because we got baseball, we got football, we got all kinds of action. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get deep up in it, and we're going to enjoy it. But first, I got to talk to y'all about what getting Muschamped means. Now, as much as it is a Tiger fan, the reason I'm starting with this is to kind of show that, Mike Norvell didn't have his greatest game, but at least he didn't go and get Muschamped. Because Kirby Smart and the Georgia fans today are still hungover from Saturday, and it's Monday, yo, because they got Muschamped. Get ready to say it with me. What is getting Muschamped? Here's what getting Muschamped is. Getting Muschamped is when you lose to a person who has the, I think, mental capacity of a Neanderthal. That's what we're going to call getting Muschamped. You're going to say, damn, that's mean, John, calling Will Muschamp a Neanderthal. I thought that was mean to Neanderthals, to be honest with you. Like, I don't really know any Neanderthals. They could be smarter than Muschamp. Putting in Ryan Hinsky, I'm not kidding with you. That's criminal. That was BS, putting that kid out there. Of course he's going to tell you, Coach, I'm going to go out there and play. You can't see that. It's kind of like sitting there saying Shanahan gets a pass for destroying my man RG3's career. I mean, dude, his knee is shredded.
And this has to do with training staffs too. They have to tell him.
They got to step in.
They have to step in and say no. Don't put him on the field. When he came out, he looked like he could not walk.
He couldn't walk to the huddle. He couldn't walk to the line. All I kept saying is, like, I think I said it to somebody who was sitting there, and I said something like, this dude ain't going to get through the first damn series, man. It's like, I mean, what is he doing out there? Again, that to me is BS. So that team that had Ryan Hinsky actually start the game still won it, though, which stinks for so many reasons. I'm going to start off with that, but here's where I want to start. And it just shows how embarrassing Georgia really was. And we're going to talk about Mississippi State losing to Tennessee. We're going to talk about Memphis losing. But I want to start with this because I want to say this is the ultimate loss of all times. Like, when you get Muschamped, you get completely beat on every level. And you will understand what I'm talking about when I get done with this series. Are you ready? So, dude's made the biggest mistake of basically the whole day by starting Ryan. Like, you don't put a kid out there who's not 40% and put him in a game where you got guys who are running 4.3 40s and weigh 250 pounds and literally can take your head off. I mean, this kid's going out there literally on one leg, and that is just straight BS as a coach. 2, he called for a 57-yard field goal. I don't know if you remember this, people, because of the Tiger game and everything, but, man, I was back and forth, and I'm not joking with you. So, my man calls a 57-yard field goal on 4th down and 3 from the Georgia 40. Guess what happens? There's 40 seconds left in the game. In the half. I'm sorry, not the game, the half. So homie misses it. What do you think Georgia does? Georgia moves right down the field like you would expect Georgia to do.
But I'm sorry, they ran a draw play.
I was getting ready to say, but then they got Muschamp.
Doing? I don't understand.
This is why they got Muschamp. So Georgia, they're going to go get a field goal. They have an all-world kicker, by the way. Okay, like, this dude is like dope. Straight up, like he is Afghani super skunk, AK-47. They had a baby, dude. They won the Cannabis Cup, and they had this kid. He's that dope. So all of a sudden, he doesn't even get a chance because, again, they run 2 plays that got no yards, lost 5 yards. They had an illegal shift, and my man Rodrigo Blankenship, and I'm dead serious, Rodrigo Blankenship did not get to kick a kick at the end of regulation because they're morons.
That he would have easily made.
He would have made it.
Easily.
And they got that guy in his head too, by the way.
Yeah, when you don't put your kicker out there and don't have confidence, then what do you think he's thinking?
And then hold on, what about this? And then this is where I hate doing things like this, where we do it, but you have to understand it till you actually understand the game. Georgia got 5 first downs thanks to South Carolina penalties. I don't know if you realize that. 3 happened on 3rd down and 1 on 4th down. You don't just get that given to you. That is a damn gift. Do you realize that is 5 first downs? You got 1 of them on 4th down, homie. You got 3 of them on 3rd down. And then this is where it's going to kill you. This is Gabe. This is where you're going to laugh. Georgia had 30 first downs. South Carolina had 16. Georgia outgained the Gamecocks. And when you outgame the Gamecocks and get beat by the Gamecocks, doesn't that sound like an oxymoron? How can a Gamecock beat you if you get outgained by a Bulldog? But anyway, the Gamecocks won, even though they were outgained by 171 yards. Played most of the second half with sophomore DeCarrion Joyner again, who came in, who had a career for like 14 career passing yards. 14 career passing attempts. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a joke. This is real. This is must-chant. Like, Kirby Smart and Jake Fromm and Swift and all those Georgia boys know that when you do this, you gave them the game and got must-champed. Like, you wake up today, like, you know what getting must-champed is? It's like you wake up, you don't have your wallet, you don't have your keys, but somehow you're at your house, car's not there, you have no money, you have no recollection. But you didn't drink the night before. You didn't do drugs. And in fact, you didn't even leave.
How'd this happen? You're just like, asking, how did this happen?
It's like the Twilight Zone, yo. It literally really is. So the Bulldogs, by the way, I've told you all this stuff. I wrote down all this stuff in my phone because I was going bananas. I wanted to also put this down. So this is where I'm going to say again, DeCarrion Joyner, this dude is playing. Kirby Smart, you're a defensive coach. Okay? So you would think that he would know, wait a second. You got like a wide receiver playing quarterback, basically. Your 4th string quarterback's in the game. Your starting quarterback's a cheerleader. I wonder if they're going to throw it. Do you think they're going to try to trick us? They ran 13 straight plays, and do you know how many you gave? You know what you gave up? You gave up 6.1 yards on those 13 rushing attempts. Wait a second, home. Georgia football. South Carolina is at your house. Your fans. You're on defense. You got 5 stars all over the place. They don't even have a quarterback. They got a kid who's like standing behind center scared to death. And you know they're going to run it. And you give up 6.1 yards of rush.
It's so hard not to laugh at it.
I can't stop it. That's called must-champ.
It's too funny.
Like, that's like the worst thing that ever can happen to you in football is getting must-champed. And this is where I hate to do this, but hey, man, if I'm going to jump on Brady, I'm going to jump on Jake. Jake, there go your Heisman hopefuls. You know that seat you thought you might have in New York? Take your name off the back of that junt.
You don't think it's been? You don't think he's sort of been out of the question?
Dude, I think he's
for a
been
while?
out of it. But
I mean, I saw how he
was
opened.
still on the betting board as of last week.
Yeah, but how he opened up the season at Vandy, I was like, okay, he's not who he was last year. He just does not
It's
look
amazing
the same.
what a couple of wide receivers will do. Just ask Dak Prescott. He was missing Amari Cooper pretty bad, wasn't he? Another question real quick, 67129. Jerry Jones, if he could go back in time right now, or if he could just right now today, take Dak Prescott and give him to the Jets for Sam Darnold, does he?
I would.
I would too.
Well, also,
67129.
hey, the Cowboys have. We need to talk about
Dude,
this.
Cowboys got smoked.
Cowboys,
dude,
they
I got
have
so many
issues
teams to make
besides
fun
Dak,
of.
in my opinion.
NFL's a joke.
They
I told
have
you
issues
this.
besides Dak.
Look how many teams have a losing record. It's sad. It is sad. But anyway, so this is when again, I'm almost done with the must champ. I just couldn't stop. So again, my man Jake Fromm has never thrown 40 passes in a game. Saturday he throws 51. Did y'all know that? Do you know that he only threw for 5.7 yards per attempt? That is absolutely pathetic. He's never thrown 3 interceptions in a game. Well, guess what? Did you know that Mr. Mukamura, do you know who Mukamura is? Do you know what I'm talking about? Israel, their little cornerback. He picked him off 3 times. Dude never threw 3 picks in a game. He picked him off 3 times. You know what he said? Dude, I think he thinks I got a Bulldog jersey on. He's throwing it to me, man. Like, holy, what just happened in this one? Oh, that's right. You got Muschamp. By the way, before this game, how many pick sixes had Fromm thrown in his career? Big fat 0. Same amount as me and you. None. Same amount as you right there driving down the road. None. Guess what? He throws one that game. I'm sure you know who scored. By the way, also, this is where you're going to start sitting there going, man, this stuff is getting weird. Georgia has gotten a minimum of 3 sacks in every single game this season. Did you know that? South Carolina has given up how many sacks in every single game this season? At least 3. Guess what? They gave up 0 to Georgia in Georgia this weekend. That's called getting Muschamped. I mean, their 4th string quarterback is in. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. So then the other thing is, Georgia held the ball for 9 minutes on a drive. It turned into 7 points. Congratulations. You were down by more than 7, homie. This wasn't a finish it drive. Why were you trying to finish the drive in the middle of the damn 3rd quarter? You ever heard of trying to score so you can score again? And then
it's horrible, man.
It is so horrible. But hold on, this is where it gets really funny. So this is where you think to yourself, okay, if a team is going to upset Georgia, they're going to have to play good on offense, right? They're not going to have a whole lot of punts, right? Or they're going to have a team that is going for it on 4th down and just keeps getting it, right? That's what you're thinking. Nope. Just listen to this. South Carolina punted on 4th and 5 from the Georgia 45, which is a sometimes goal, but like, hey, maybe I should go for it. We're trying to upset Georgia. Nope, they punt. South Carolina punted on 4th and 2 from the Georgia 49. South Carolina punted it from 4th and 5 from the Georgia 46. Wow. There was no miracle.
You haven't even gotten to overtime yet.
No. The missed field goal, and when you think it's definitely in Georgia's court. No, I haven't got it. That's what I'm saying. I literally have 20 things written down. I wasn't joking. How this is called getting Muschamp. You screw up in every facet. This is offense, defense, special teams, quarterback, running back, coach. Everybody's screwing up. Kicker. By the way, the Gamecocks did not attempt a fourth down conversion in the entire game.
This is where when you win that game, you look up as the winner of that game. Like, how in the world did we win this damn game?
By the way, they had 4th and 1 from the 16. And you think that's definitely a time to go for it? No, Gamecocks didn't even go for it then. South Carolina also, by the way, after they didn't go for it, they missed that field goal. And they still won. That's called getting Muschamp. Yeah, they missed 2 field goals. And by the way, have I yet to tell you that they missed a field goal to win the game? Yup. And you think to yourself, well, dang, Georgia's dodged 20 bullets by now? Like, I got to cut this thing down because I didn't realize, like, already 120, and I didn't cut to, like, number 14. I'm going to, like, skip a few of these bad boys. But, no, seriously, the thing that was sad about this, and this is why you got Muschamped, and I want Muschamped to be the word for just, you had no right to lose. None whatsoever. And Georgia, there is no way you should have lost this football game. You should be embarrassed. It is unequivocally sad to me. I mean, I don't even know how it can be this sad. You got Muschamped. Again, I still don't even know how this happened, but do you know that there was a miracle interception to start overtime? And the Gamecocks, and then overtime, like, they missed that field goal on 4. It was 4th and 1 from the Georgia 16 that I was talking about earlier. That miracle interception they wasted. Oh, my goodness. There's so many things that Georgia, like
And then
dodge.
Georgia finally goes to Rodrigo.
Literally,
into
Georgia
OT.
dodges all these bullets, and you're
After
thinking to
getting-
yourself, they're
after-
going to win it, and here it goes.
After getting pushed straight back in the second OT. Not gaining yards. Put Rodrigo Blankenship in.
By
This
the way,
is
do you know how many?
game over.
Do you know how many field goals he's missed before this game?
Not too damn many.
He hadn't missed one.
He hadn't missed one. I can see why he didn't put confidence in him in regulation.
Oh, please! I'm just going to tell you right now, Kirby Smart. Let's just be real. You got Muschamped, and I think everybody understands what I'm saying. Muschamped is now.
Okay,
It's a verb.
so if that's
It's an
Muschamp,
adjective.
what happened to the Tigers?
That's called getting Brady Whited. Straight up, man.
And then screwed by the refs. Let's be real.
Like
at
they-
the end, but
the
you can't
refs-
leave it up to that.
No. That's what I was getting ready to say. Is I am the biggest. I'm sorry. The refs made a lot of mistakes, and I think the refs are screwing up the National Football Association because they're not overturning any of these. They basically predetermine that if you call a pass interference and make us go under the hood, we're going to let the call stand. We basically said this is a subjective call. Whatever they call, we're going with. Because what was the record? They've only overturned 4, and it's
Something
like,
like
over
I think
4.
it's at like 15 to 20%.
It's not even that high. I think it's lower than that. It was something. I think it went under 10% this week.
Whenever anyone tries to get that call reversed, I already just like that's
it
a
ain't
stupid
happening.
challenge.
Stupid
It's a
challenge.
stupid
You're just
challenge.
wasting it. You're just wasting it.
But anyways, Joey
Hey, I had
Magnifico.
somebody text me, how much money did you lose on Georgia this weekend, Harden? Actually, I didn't have Georgia, so I'm okay.
So we can all bring it down to Joey's play, okay? But you got to understand that's 4th down and 8, and he throws up a prayer.
Did
not
Mike
expecting-
Norvell get Muschamped?
I don't know. Can we call it that? Because honestly, I don't think Temple did themselves any favors.
think
I think
so
it's
either.
very similar.
I don't think they dodged a lot of bullets. I think
Temple was only up 16-0 with 3 turnovers in the first half. This is a team that
yeah.
they were not prepared to win that game.
man,
And
that
then
hurts
Memphis
just to even
did
say
the same
that.
thing. 4 turnovers by the same guy. You get to the end of the game, and obviously you're driving down. You need a field goal to win, but you can't leave it up to that. You can't. You can't turn the ball over 4 times.
Well, you know what we do have to say? You can't turn the ball over 4 times. The AAC race is, wow, it's going to be crazy. I don't even know what's going to happen, man. I mean, there was so much crazy stuff that went on in the AAC. It's absolutely.
But we can both agree that call reversal is just, it's a travesty.
It is a travesty.
It's
It is.
ridiculous. There was no conclusive evidence. You can't take a ball game away from someone like that.
I hate it.
Obviously,
I hate
they
it.
did their part.
I was
to take
gonna
it away
say-
from themselves.
I was going to say, I guess for me, it's just like I feel like Kirby Smart got more Muschamped than my man Mike Norvell did. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way Georgia should have lost. Like, I still hadn't figured out how they lost that game. Temple, that was a hard-fought game by both teams. And let's not act like the Tigers didn't find themselves in a 16-0 hole right off the bat. That really did happen, y'all. And again, when you throw interception, when you fumble the football, when you have turnovers, bad things happen to teams, and y'all lost 3 of them. You lost 3 fumbles, and you had an INT. That's not good. But hey, man, Temple did lose 2 too. But Gainwell, a lot of people were saying something. I thought Gainwell was fine. It was hard to run against that team. He still got 106 yards rushing.
Who said?
I actually saw on
who
Twitter.
said something about Kenny Gainwell?
I'm not even going to
That kid is an absolute beast.
beast. By the way,
There's
he
no-
had
you can't-
106 yards rushing and 98 yards
98
receiving.
yards receiving. What?
Yeah.
And he looked better than normal slots out there catching the ball. Like
And
the
Joey,
kid
by
is
the way,
insane.
was awesome. I thought Joey was on fire too. Joey had a good game. Joey had a great game. And you know what? Look, I'm not going to sit here and say Brady had a very bad game. He had 363 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Those fumbles, that interception was just as dumb an interception I've ever seen in my life.
The interception let it off, and then every time he fumbled, they
And
were
then-
driving down to score.
Yep,
They're
and that's
in
what I'm saying.
Temple's
That hurt.
Temple's area of the field. You cannot do that.
2
and expect to
fumbles
win the
and
game.
both lost, man. Goodness gracious, that hurt. That one hurt. But yeah, it was just a rough weekend, and I do want to remind y'all though, it was a rough weekend, and I want to hear from a lot of y'all because not only was the Tigers upset by Temple, dude. Bowling Green, by the way, did you hear what they did? The biggest point spread upset of the season so far was against Toledo and Bowling Green. I don't know if you know this. Bowling Green was a 26.5-point dog, and they won heads up.
By how much? I didn't get to see this one.
Dude, I can't remember what the final score is. I'll pull it up. But yeah, Bowling Green beat Toledo heads up as 26.5-point dogs. The biggest point spread upset of the season so far. It's in the battle of I-75. But yeah, Tennessee, by the way, you got to think about it. Mississippi State lost to Tennessee this week. And let's just be honest, I am going to end on a good note. Is Wisconsin's defense good or what? That means we talking studs and duds on the other side. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about some good stuff that happened this week because it wasn't all that bad now. We all alive. We all still here, and we're going to have some fun. And always remember, Auto Home Life, MemphisFarmers.com on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levee Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Hi, folks. Rob Walker, Infiniti of Memphis, and we've got a new Infiniti crossover vehicle that has raised the standard of comparison to a new level. Imagine having both sports car performance and eco-friendly efficiency on demand, working together to empower every driving experience. The result of 20 years of engineering, QX50's award-winning variable compression turbo engine is the world's only engine of its kind. Like two engines in one, it delivers a combination of power and efficiency that is truly in a category all its own, and only Infiniti has it. You'll never sacrifice performance for the sake of efficiency again. And the new QX50 offers more horsepower than its Audi, Lexus, and Mercedes competitors. Add to that QX50's award-winning sumptuous interior, and you have the best combination of performance and comfort in the mid-size crossover segment.
Infiniti of Memphis, and online at infinityofmemphis.com.
Fall is fast approaching, and you know what that means. Time to start thinking about covering your pool. The best way to protect your pool, your loved ones, and your pocketbook is with a safety pool cover. Mario's Pools on Exeter and Germantown has the best advertised price on all pool safety covers, solid and mesh. Keep your pool looking great year after year. A safety cover requires less maintenance, saves money on chemicals and water, prevents standing water, and extends the life of your liner. Call Mario's Pools at 552-3399. That's 552-3399, or just walk in and see him in Germantown on Exeter Road. Plus, he specializes in pool closings. Mario's has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. Check out his reviews on Facebook. Protect your investment. Call Mario's Pools today, 552-3399.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions. Like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. And we give you this toy monkey, which will bang its cymbals when the right resume appears. Okay, there is no monkey.
I said there is no monkey!
But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
I want to invite you to come by the Spirit Shop. You know, that little log cabin on Poplar? Your liquor and wine oasis. The Spirit Shop has been providing sports fans their beverage needs since way back in 1969. So come in now and get ready for the big game. Whether your favorite team wins or loses, the Spirit Shop will help you celebrate or ease that pain away. The Spirit Shop is open every day, and they're located perfectly at 4848 Poplar. That's the corner of Poplar and St. Nick.
Did you know Davis Motorhome Mart is one of the top 10 Tiffin dealers in the U.S.? Come tour the 7.5 acres of beautiful travel trailers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, and toy haul or towables half tons. Motorhomes from 27 feet up to 45 feet from brands like Winnebago, Coachman, Puma, Highland Ridge, and Tiffin. Take advantage of Davis Motorhome Mart's big blowout sale on 2019s and 2020s on their way. Stop by your gateway to travel freedom. Davis Motorhome Mart at 1145 East Brooks Road in Memphis. Call 901-332-3414 and cruise by the website davismotorhomes.com.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Get over here!
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Man, Gabe, I just came across something during the break, and I know that I got a whole show planned, but it is damn good.
Are we scrapping it?
Man,
We're scrapping the show now?
No, I'm not. I'm going to get to this, though. Very interesting. One of my guys who I really like reading for the Times Free Press, cannot remember his name. I need to get it out. So I'll get his name out there, but it looks like he got himself in a little bit of Twitter trouble this weekend.
Oh, dude, Twitter world. You don't get yourself in Twitter trouble.
Well, he was trying to be funny, which I know I try to be as well, and it's hard to be funny. People don't understand being comical. But you know what? I can go ahead and throw this out and make it a simple segment. Then I'll get to John, and we'll go to Studs and Duds. Just to throw this out, his tweet, which he said was a poorly, terrible thing, and just to let you know, he has sent a personal letter to Daniel Hudson. It was a handwritten apology to Daniel Hudson saying that I wasn't trying to shame you in any way. And he said that again, I was asking a poorly worded generalization question. The question basically was, what would you, for the birth of your child, like what would you be willing to miss professionally? And he, starting a Super Bowl, closer for a playoff team. That's where he threw the Daniel Hudson stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and it obviously playing in Augusta Nationals at the Masters. Like he threw out a few things, and it kind of went, I guess, a little bit viral. And it went really, really not to where he thought it was going to go. Like, people just talking about these are actually questions. I know this people might find it crazy in 2019. We used to actually have conversations like, dude, mom.
Wait,
and the baby.
were people offended by it?
Oh, extremely.
I don't understand. It's a question, right? He posed a question.
Well, here's what he said. Well, I think they got offended because this is where most of the attack. $5.5 million a year doesn't give the team a right to tell you not to see the birth of your child. And these are a lot of the tweets that keep being sent to him. And basically, like I said, he was basically stating that Nationals closer Daniel Hudson's decision now coming into play. He skipped game 1 for baby number 3, and we all hope mom and baby are healthy. This is a tweet I'm reading. But if you're making $5.5 million a year and your team needs you to close out an NLCS, would you tell mama? And then he put, would you tell mama to send photos, thoughts? And then he put underneath it, Super Bowl, starting a Masters, and basically I think was trying to start a conversation. And maybe it was a poor attempt, but if you've known the guy, puts family first. I don't think it was about necessarily that.
He asked for thoughts.
He just asked for thoughts,
There's
not
no
attack.
reason to attack him.
But boy, he was attacked.
But yeah, no. But he's got to be ready for those thoughts as well.
They came good.
You can't open up to Twitter and expect them to be all happy thoughts.
Some of them are very vicious. Some lady spent 1,500 words. But before I get to the studs and duds, let's take my man John. Pull him up, Gabe. Johnny boy.
Good evening to the dynamic duo of Sports Talk, Dave Coons and Johnny Radio, baby. Can't get no better than this. Now, the reason that I called in, I've been telling you about Mr. Brady. He's no Tom, and he's reared his ugly head again. It's atrocious what University of Memphis done Saturday. The giveaways, then you get down to you're saying, well, the referee took the game. No, it didn't come down to that. University of Memphis should have played better than that. Coughing up the ball when they driving down the field does not make any sense. And we got the greatest running back in college football, as far as I'm concerned. So all these people that's hating on him, y'all can go on with all that garbage. Now, I'm going to jump off script right quick. Now, look, what happened is I love this radio station, all the way from the Experience, all the way to the Rain Man. But
yeah, baby.
I had a dream the other night, John. What happened was, man, I was dreaming, and I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I had a bunch of clocks all around the place or whatever and this and that, and they all went off at 2 o'clock, and then it came on the radio. The number one show in sports talk, Dave Coons Sports Talk Extravaganza. That's what it was. And I woke up, I said, man, what's going on? And I'm digging it because I can see it, But then all of a sudden, he had Michael Jordan on there. He was interviewing him, and he's about 58 years old, averaging 30 points in the NBA. I jumped straight up. I knew it was a dream then. And my old lady said, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? She said, you better lay on down. And I laid on back down, and I was thinking about 56 WHBQ all night long. And remember, folks, the place to be is right here with Johnny Radio. Thank you very much,
man, John.
John, I'm going to be honest. I couldn't really follow that one
for a minute,
fully.
yeah, when the clocks went off at the game, man, if you were talking with Michael Jordan and stuff, I ain't going to lie to you, man. He might be one guy to ask for an autograph. I don't ever do that, but I'd ask for Mike. Be like, yo, Mike, sign this bad boy. But we're about to do what we always do, and that's always go to MemphisFarmers.com and do Studs and Duds on Monday.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Now, if you started off without giving Tennessee a stud, would that not just be disrespectful? I almost feel like that would be rude. Tennessee, this guy gets to get off of his little...
Yeah, I was going to say, Tyler Ivins gets a stud because he goes up there not knowing that they're going to win this weekend. And what'd they do?
I'm upset.
Got him off that roof.
Tell you the truth, I was hoping he had to spend all year up there.
Hey, but maybe he reversed a little curse. Maybe they'll be decent down the stretch.
Maybe they will, yeah. I just can't believe they go out there. And by the way, can I just ask y'all something? Just a little sidebar, because I'm going to give a stud to Tennessee for pulling out that victory. But we also have to give a basic dud. I don't know if y'all realize this. Mississippi State, they had the SEC's leading rusher in that going into that game. They held him to about 1 yard a carry. And then this is the other thing that's actually really, really sad for Mississippi State. Y'all have some people that y'all are keeping out for some very interesting reasons. Y'all have we'll call them a bunch of bizarre series of circumstances, we'll just say. And y'all are staggering these things week to week. Like, if y'all know y'all are going to lose a game, y'all probably won't play them against Auburn, If you think you're going to win a game, you'll play them against Lafayette. Well, you played everybody against Tennessee, and you still lost. So, realistically, there is no excuse at all. And you get basically a dud. And can we say this? Muschamp has made it 4 years. Any chance? Mississippi State even going to remember their coach's name after this year?
We have some texts on the text line talking about it already, man.
Oh, do they know his name right now?
I guess.
Are they calling him?
I guess.
Are they calling him his real last name, or is it a bunch of mean?
No. They're calling him his real name.
They are.
They're just saying
I saw a lot of
his seat.
His seat is very hot.
Might get hot if he takes another loss like that.
They've been talking. You know my good friend Vic Fangio. Seen a lot of what I like to call him being thrown his way, if you know what I'm saying.
You've thrown it. You've had your words to explain what he is. I've heard it.
Woo!
You don't call him Vic, but you say something that rhymes with that.
It's very hilarious, though. I still can't believe Ricky Fowler, by the way, got married. What is wrong with you, son? By the way, do you give him a stud for getting married? I mean, she is beautiful. Or does she get the stud
I
from
mean,
Mary?
I'm gonna have to give him a stud. I'm gonna have to give him a stud.
No,
'Cause
no,
look,
no.
At some point you have to settle down, right?
Wait.
Not necessarily, but like maybe he decided, hey, I want to settle down.
Her name is Allison Stoke. Is she now the most famous pole vaulter in the world?
Wait, she's a pole vaulter?
She was a pole, yeah.
What? No way.
Yeah, she's an athlete too, homie.
That's cool. and I see
she's the stud. She
yeah,
married
for real.
Ricky.
That's scary. Pole vaulting's scary, man. I don't know how those people do it.
I've pole vaulted.
Said you have or haven't?
I have. It's
really?
It's really fun and easy.
Oh, it's easy. I've never heard that about pole vaulting.
Well, I guess I'm just good. What can I say? Now, dude, you just run, you stick it in the hole, you bend the sucker, and you jump over it, man. Hey, I was really good when I was young at doing that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of accidents happen. Okay?
No, I know what you mean. Actually, I do feel bad because there was a young man.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say.
the way I got into it, he broke his back.
Oh my!
No, he's
Whoa.
okay. No, not like
Whoa.
paralyzed.
Whoa.
Not like a spinal
Whoa.
injury. It was a broken backbone.
Okay.
Like where he missed the pit or like got anyway.
But still,
yes, he's
damn.
okay. He's okay.
Damn.
But yeah. That was a bad day. But yeah, you can actually hurt yourself. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up now. I was just being a egotistical maniac. Sometimes I can be a jerk on Fridays like I was last Friday to God. Sometimes I can be a lunatic. Who knows? But I hope y'all learned what getting must-champed is. But I'm gonna ask you, do we also have to give him a stud? Because it doesn't feel like he did anything to deserve a stud.
No,
except
honestly,
for win the game.
I'm gonna have to say absolutely not.
So can I give
By
him
any
a dud
stretch.
for starting Ryan?
No, I don't. Yeah, you could give him a dud, but I mean he did win. I would give Kirby the dud, or Jake Fromm,
or Joe Moorhead,
But
but they don't usually call him Moorhead anymore.
I'm not here to give studs to someone who did everything to lose the game. Personally,
That's what I'm saying. So like realistically, it's a stud for Kirby. I mean, it's a dud for Kirby Smart. It is a complete dud for Jake Fromm. Like, holy guacamole. And it's basically, like, I don't even know, man. When I look at some of this play this weekend from football, it is just absolutely sad. But anyway, now I got to jump to real quick. And this is going to be very interesting. Are you ready for this one? Honestly, right now, you already mentioned it. You would take Sam Darnold over my man Dak Prescott. And that's because Darnold beat him with the Jets last night. That was a nice throw to Anderson, wasn't it?
I think he's got more arm talent. That's why
I think he does too. And man, without Amari Cooper, wasn't it? Man, and by the way, what was that? Kick the field goal, homie. 4th and 2. You're running Dak Prescott. You don't got either guard playing.
I am completely sold that Jason Garrett should be fired. At this point, he has lost that team. There were so many things yesterday. You got defensive players running off. They don't high-five him coming off the field. They look at him crazy. You heard Tony Romo on the broadcast when they were horrible in the first half and only scored, three points in the first half, right?
Yeah, they were sad.
Tony Romo said, it looks like Jason Garrett has his hands all over this offense. Now,
Kellen
that's
Moore
a
didn't do very good.
former player.
Yeah,
that's a
that is
dude
true.
that he used to coach.
Hey, by the way, what about the winning play? You going to Jason Witten there?
I don't know.
Dude is literally.
And there's a blitz. Recognize the blitz.
He
get
played
rid of
in
it.
Super Bowl I, right? I mean, I did see him, right? Oh, I could do this all day long. I got so many more studs and duds to get to. I got to talk about basically, man, I have so much stuff. I want to know this. I want y'all to think about this realistically. Lamar Jackson, is he the dude? Like, is he the dude? And what I'm trying to say is I want you to think about this. There's just certain dudes that just do it different, but it just gets done. And the dude, he drank White Russians all day and never got sick somehow. It's like, I don't know if I could drink those things all day. It's a lot of milk, man. But he was the dude. And I got to say, Lamar Jackson, I don't know if y'all know how much of a dude he is. He did what? 150 yards rushing. What else did he do? 200 yards passing. Do you know who is the only other player in the NFL, like the history of the NFL, to do that? It's that dude, Colin Kaepernick. I love doing that. Just ticks people off. Sorry. But no, for real. Lamar Jackson feels like the dude. He feels like he plays the position at a different speed and just doesn't different than everybody, I feel like. But I'm wondering, with Mark Ingram, with that defense, with that offensive line, with all those pieces, is he going to be the dude who has a 4-2 record, first in the AFC North? Everybody was going to give it to the Cleveland Browns. And the reason I bring this up is because the Bengals are 0-6. Hell to the Nizzo is basically what I'm saying. They ain't coming. Pittsburgh, they had a dude named Duck Hodges play quarterback for them. They're 2-4. I don't think Duck is taking them to the promised land. By the way, Duck did play at Sanford. I think he played college football at Sanford.
Could have fooled me. I don't know that.
Man, Samford, the S-A-M-F-O-R-D.
Samford, yeah.
Samford.
Not Stanford.
Not Stanford, yeah. Samford. Yeah, just making sure y'all got me. Yeah, if he played at Stanford, y'all know about him. By the way, running back Christian McCaffrey from Stanford, see a baller or what? Got to give him a stud. I got so many studs and duds I got to give, but I want y'all to think about this. Can Lamar Jackson be the dude to take the 4-2 Baltimore Ravens to the promised land? Look at what Deshaun Watson's doing in the AFC South. Look, of course, what the Patriots are doing at 6-0. Yeah, they're the best in the business. But could a guy like Lamar Jackson do it? And then what in the hell has happened to Kansas City to lose 2 in a row? We got so much to talk about. Whatever you do, tell me, Dak or Sam Darnold? It's 67129 on the First Bank text line. Whatever you do, though, also don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Sports 56 now has 2 FM homes. You can now find real sports talk on 96.1 as well as 87.7 on your FM dial.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test-driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer James Lofton here from Westwood One with a preview of Monday Night Football, sponsored by the Alliance for Lifetime Income. Learn more at retireyourrisk.org. James, a big NFC North game coming up from Green Bay. The red-hot Green Bay Packers at 4-1 take on the Lions coming off their bye week.
Kevin, this is going to be a wild one. It's going to be hard to figure out. Green Bay ran the ball so well against the Dallas Cowboys, but we always expect Aaron Rodgers to be big on Monday Night Football. Matt Patricia, his team has been good on defense so far, and they've got a great quarterback in Matt Stafford. So it could be arm against arm.
Looking forward to it, James. Join us on Monday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
O'Reilly.
Prepare your vehicle for the weather ahead during Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Purchase a Superstart battery and get up to a $25 gift card after mail-in rebate. Plus great deals on jumper cables, battery chargers, and more. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm not a big talker. I am a big doer. But sometimes the only way to solve the problem is to get on the horn and figure it out. So the only people I like talking to? Grainger. With knowledgeable product experts, ready with the answers to my toughest questions, calling Grainger is the one conversation I don't mind having. From machining and motor parts to valves and vacuum pumps. When it comes to solving my problems, Grainger's got my back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Step up your wings game at East Coast Wings and Grill. With 60 wing flavors and 7 heat indexes, do you have what it takes to turn the heat on your wings up to insanity? East Coast Wings and Grill is family friendly with a large variety menu to satisfy the whole bunch. Sign up today for their loyalty program and taste the rewards. For every $1 you spend, you collect a point. Earn 100 points and receive a $5 reward. Next to Lowe's off Highway 64 in Bartlett, come try America's best wings at East Coast Wings and Grill.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar.
Al, don't ask why. How? Don't ask why. You're gonna need that whiskey bar when you're listening to this. I think some of my peeps on the text line need some whiskey too, buddy. I said, y'all know I talked about Muschamp in the first segment. What being Muschamp is? It's a horrible way to lose a game, because if you get Muschamp, that means you literally gave the game away like Kirby Smart. But people came in there and said, I wouldn't have called it Muschamp. I would have called it Brady Whited. Uh-oh. Another one says, Mike Norvell sticks with Brady White like Jeff Fisher used to stick with Kerry Collins. Another one says, Coach Moorhead loses that way one more time, he will be Coach No Moorhead in Mississippi State. We ain't playing no games today. I can tell the mask is off. I mean, the people are coming hard, and they're coming for you. Another guy says, Jason Garrett is done in Dallas. Cowboy fans, well, welcome in Lincoln Riley. I told you that they were beginning the season when Dallas was winning. I told this at the beginning of the season when Dallas was winning. We'll see. Well, I hope you get Lincoln. By the way, if we're going to give a little love to Lincoln, why don't we give a little love to my little homie, by the way, who just decided to dominate, basically. I don't know if y'all realize that, but did you see my man Lamb? He took a short pass and scored a 51-yard touchdown. He took a pass from 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage and took it for another 27-yard touchdown. He had a 17, a 26, and another 22-yard. And by the way, he was balling.
I still don't know how he got out of that one where
there's
there's 5 guys surrounding him, and he juked one and then just took off.
Dude is sick. By the way, that little dude is awesome. I don't know how he did that. He is awesome. And that wasn't, like I said, that was a day that I have to give a tip of the cap also and a stud to the Oklahoma defense. Speaking of studs and duds, I'm talking studs and duds. Give me a little juice. I like a little oh, yeah. See, and my man, I love you. It's CeeDee Lamb, right? Not, he's kind of seedy, but C.D. Lamb.
Ceeddee is
Oh,
how
I
you spell
know.
his name.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that dude's kind of seedy. No, he was straight stud. C.D. Lamb, you were a baller. Congratulations. And Oklahoma won the Red River rivalry.
It's the showdown.
Yeah, I
let's
know.
call it that now.
Shootout.
Because Red
Showdown,
River
it's just too
rivalry
hard.
is so hard to say.
So damn hard. I got to say again, Joe Moorhead, he's in trouble. People are going crazy. But if we had to give a stud, the biggest stud in college football before I go back to the National Football League, Wisconsin defense, period. Or LSU offense. What are we going to give? Like, LSU smacking Florida and Dan Mullen and Steve is, and I don't know how Trask was the backup quarterback to Felipe. Wowzers, he looks better. But man, the East in the SEC looks like the least, doesn't it? The East is the least. You know, they say the West is the best. Well, the West is the best.
You know what's crazy is when you look at the East, look at Mizzou.
If they do it again,
like
the way they started,
I
I'll
don't
throw up.
understand if they win the East.
I'm gonna vomit.
And they have a bowl ban. How weird is this going to be?
I mean, people who go to Tennessee are gonna be like, so they come to the conference and they've been in more championship games in Atlanta than we have since they've joined the conference. That's ridiculous. And we have a national championship in '99. That don't even make no sense. But yeah, Mizzou, how? But no, the Badgers, I want y'all to think about this. They're the first team in FBS history. Do you realize that? To give up fewer than 30 points over their first 6 games. I mean, damn. Do you know the only team that came close was Florida State in 1993? Now, if you want to actually...
And don't look now, but they might have a decent offense, too.
Okay, they tied a team that did it in 1962, but I feel like it was a lot harder to score in 1962. So, like, I want to just stay in modern football. Is that cool? So, yeah. So, in modern football, they're ballers, shot callers. I ain't going back to 62. And, yes, they did play Michigan, whose offenses looked horrible. But, dude, let's be real. This is a really good Badgers defense, and we always talk about the way they run and all this stuff that they do. But, man, I'm starting to wonder, is it Ohio State who is just sexy with Justin Fields? Or is there any chance that Wisconsin could be the better team in the Big Ten?
Oh, I think it's going to be a race to the finish here. But I like Wisconsin. I thought they've looked really, really, really good.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you got number 1 and number 2, Alabama and LSU in the polls today. Who's the best team in the West, Alabama or LSU? Who's the best team in the Big Ten? Is it Ohio State or is it Wisconsin? Because I hate to say it, in the ACC, we know it's Clemson. In the Pac-12, who gives a damn? And in the Big Ten, we all know it's Oklahoma. The only thing is...
Big 12.
What did I say, Big Ten? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's called a math game. You need to get 12 teams if you want to be called the Big 12, you morons.
You're right.
No, I just like to do that on purpose so I can say that, be a jerk every once in a while. But no, the Big 12, realistically, like I said, we don't know about the Big 12. We don't care about the Pac-12. ACC, it's Clemson. We're fighting to figure out, is it LSU, is it Alabama? Georgia shot themselves in the foot. It's OV. Sorry. You're like, they could still win out and make it to the SEC championship. Dude, they just lost to Will Muschamp, and you think that they're going to beat Nick Saban or this new LSU team if they make it? I don't think so, yo. You don't get Muschamp and then win a national championship. That's a rule. In fact, I think that they're going to put that in the byline. Any team that gets Muschamp during the year is automatically ineligible for the college football playoff. That's going to be a new term, I'm telling you. Y'all watch. Not only will I be president, but that's going to be in the bylines, buddy. Whatever y'all do, don't you think about touching that dial unless you're checking out Memphis Farmers. That's memphisfarmers.com. Auto, home, life, business. Chad Gatlin is your guy. Now, I'll literally be back in 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's enough time for you to get a quote at memphisfarmers.com. This is Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
If you've always thought, hey, I'd look pretty good in a Lexus, well, guess what? Lexus thinks so, too. Lexus is offering you the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Great offers on all 2019 models and special lease options. Drive in luxury and confidence, knowing that every new Lexus comes with complimentary first and second maintenance services. Stop by Lexus of Memphis, 2600 Ridgeway, and put yourself in the driver's seat of an all-new 2019 flagship LS500. Hey, you look pretty good there. Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event at Lexus of Memphis. Experience amazing. Need physical therapy but don't know where to go? Tried physical therapy but had a bad experience? Grab your physician's referral and head to Revolution Physical Therapy at the corner of Goodman and Getwell. At Revolution PT, you'll get one-on-one, hands-on therapy. Better and more thorough than just going to the gym. Revolution is locally owned and staffed by neighbors who care about your maximum recovery. And they accept all major insurances. Certified in dry needling, expert in myofascial release. Always relaxed and friendly. Revolution Physical Therapy is just what you need.
Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for football grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now...
Now, a man that eats meat so rare, he only eats unicorns. Johnny Harden.
Finding unicorn is like finding a good coach and Bill Belichick. Like, I know Atlanta's like going, I thought we had a good coach when we had Dan Quinn. Obviously, it was his assistants because he's a loser.
Wait, do you eat your meat rare like that? By the way,
nah.
Random question.
I eat it,
You're not well done though.
No, I'm medium.
If you get a filet
medium
mignon,
or medium, if I go to
rare?
like to like Ruth's or Folks, medium rare on a filet. But if I'm like at like my house, I try to just do it medium, just because I'm scared it's me.
Yeah, you need it at least like all the way
like
cooked.
a little pink in the middle.
You don't like red. Red ain't doing it for you.
You know what the other thing is though? I'm like, that's the reason I don't cook. I can't even see colors. Where the jack, man? Like, yeah, I don't know if it's done or not, man. Y'all talk to me.
You better get a meat thermometer, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I got one. I actually have one. It's kind of sad. Being colorblind's a pain in the keister. I'll tell you that much. Told y'all when I was 12, I bought a pair of shoes.
So curious. I mean, I've always been curious. Like, how does that? Like, what do you see? Like
I
how do you
thought
see
my
color?
hat was red because it was a Cardinals hat. Like somebody literally
So
told
what
me.
colors is it? Because it's like a certain.
Well, I mean, it's a Cardinals hat, so I thought just because it was a Cardinals hat, it was going to be red. Like, you know, like I've had people ask me, like, I got an A's hat on. What colors? And I'd be like, it's green, dude. And they'd be like, whoa, I thought you were colorblind. I'm like, dude, it's in the A's. You know? So that's why if I look a little bit funny, I thought the hat was red. So they got it. I didn't even know they would sell a blue Cardinals. Why would you sell a blue Cardinals hat?
Because that's our throwback color. We talking about baby blue?
Can I just tell you something? Being colorblind is really hard on a lot of people, not just y'all. But I'm also too cheap to buy those glasses. I'm also scared that if I saw one time out of them, I wouldn't be like excited with what I see normally. And I'm happy. Ignorance is bliss. And y'all know I'm pretty ignorant. But we are going to have fun because I'm about to turn this segment on over to my good friend Gabe Kuhn. We're going to do a little straight no chaser. Before I do, though, I want to remind you, if I don't have great sponsors and great listeners, I don't have a show anymore. So I appreciate y'all listening more than you can imagine. And I love all my sponsors. And yes, I use them. And I hate to do this to my man, Drew, but I just always have to be honest. And it's the truth. Drew, when he was a younger fellow, when he was first started working here, he came in. He's like, I got a date tonight. And by the way, he's engaged to this girl. If I didn't send him to Frontier Western Store immediately to get new boots, new shoes, and a new shirt, there would have been no date number 2, because psychologists have said that in the first 15 to 20 seconds, the women basically have already made up their mind. And no offense, in the first 15 seconds, Drew would have been put immediately into the friend zone. Immediately. And he would have never got out of the friend zone.
So buddy.
Because he looked so buddy. Literally, buddy as could be. Had these shoes on, scuffed up, terrible. He looked like Jim Harbaugh after a bad hangover, man. He looked like Harbaugh after they just got beat. I mean, that's how bad he looked. But anyway, he went down to Frontier Western Store. And by the way, it's a hop, skip, and a jump from everybody in the city. And if you need to go get jeans, or if you need to go to a ladies' boutique, or you need boots, largest boot showroom ever, it's easy as can be. All you have to do is head down to 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch, or go online to frontierwesternstore.com. They ship within 24 hours. It's bing, bang, boom. Awesome. You'll love them. Frontier Western Store, family owned and operated since 1967, and they give you straight no chaser.
Okay. I have to start here because I think this is absolutely disgusting.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about Big Ten football?
Ooh, interesting. Big Ten football?
Big Ten.
Now, not the Big 12, but the Big Ten, the one that's actually...
The one that actually, yeah.
Calls himself the Big Ten?
Yeah, but has the teams.
Yeah, but has, yeah. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting about them. But, I would say Big Ten football is, I would say 3, average. Michigan is old school, taking you back to 1964. Northwestern is embarrassing bad. Pat Fitzgerald, I don't know what they've done. Man, you know what? The more I think about it, Big Ten football outside of Wisconsin and Ohio State is really damn bad.
It's just boring. It's just so boring. Now, I will ask
okay,
this. Let me follow this up.
Penn State. I'm sorry.
Oh, they're
I forgot
solid.
about Penn State. They're
team
solid.
this year.
So there's 3 teams that I can watch, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is what's scary. Nebraska, who shouldn't even be in the Big Ten. I mean, the Big 12. Well, no, they're the Big 10. They need to be in the Big 12. I get so annoyed with this because there's more teams there's 12 damn teams in the Big. Wait, hold on.
Conference realignment was a
14
nightmare. It was a nightmare.
teams.
It was a nightmare.
Just to make sure I'm not on drugs. Is there 14 teams in the Big 10?
Yes.
And there's 10 teams in the Big 12?
Yes.
So both of them are 2 mathematically off.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Now, no, but anyway, if they took 2,
okay,
it'll be fixed.
Can I follow this? Can I follow this question up here? If you were going to go overseas and play a college football game, what conference would you what conference would you have go over there?
Oh, at Southeastern Conference, I want to show them something that's big
right
on big,
now, good on good is what you want,
good.
right?
I'd hate to say it, man. If I wanted to impress them, I would send like a Bama, a Clemson. I would send something like a powerhouse, something that would make people be like, dude, that is some football I will never forget. That was awesome.
Okay. Do you need a chaser on this?
I don't think so, because I have a feeling this is if this has to do with that dang Ireland thing, I'm gonna cry.
It absolutely does. 100%.
Dude, those poor guys, if they weren't drunk in the first place, they would definitely have to be drunk.
This is bad. So in 2021, there's going to be a opening football game in Dublin, Ireland. Okay.
And they love Cornhuskers.
They are playing in a stadium which seats 51,700, Aviva Stadium. Okay, this is going to take place August 28, 2021. And the 2 teams they picked were the Illinois Fighting Illini and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I'm sick. Like, why are you doing this to Ireland? Why do they need to watch that crap? It's going to be 9-6 of terrible football.
It'll
be if the over under is 20, I wouldn't take the over. This is going to be absolutely terrible football played overseas.
And hold on. Can I just ask y'all a question? Because this is what I understand the NFL trying to go in and put its brand somewhere else, but they do know that college football, like college is overseas. The college, like the only place in the world where their college format works with this, like where sports and school coincide together, is actually here in the good old US of A. Did y'all not understand that? Like when you bring 2 teams that are college, they don't understand that. They're like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, dude.
And if you're going to bring 2 college teams overseas, make them like top 25 teams, please.
Make it fun. Teams that actually,
You have Illinois. Illinois is going to be the armpit of the Big Ten until,
Nebraska
I can't see
has
them
been
not.
awful.
Nebraska, I think they might be all right with Scott Frost, but still, they have not been good.
I believe it.
They haven't been good this year.
It's breaking my heart watching them.
They started off ranked, and now look at them. They're just not a very good football team.
By the way, this guy just texted and it says, Johnny, the silence of the hypocrisy in the NBA is deafening. We haven't even said anything about it. That's true. It is deafening.
You ready for a new question?
Let's do it.
I'm saying what? Nebraska, Illinois.
That's sad.
Do you like
I'd be drinking a lot of Jameson.
Goldilocks, do you like that story? Is that a good?
Is that the three
little
bears
folk
and the
story?
porridge?
Yeah.
I dig porridge, I think. Is that like
Well,
oatmeal?
I thought it was oatmeal.
I like oatmeal.
They made it sound good when they said porridge. Like when they said what it was.
Isn't porridge oatmeal and just like a fancy way of calling it oatmeal?
I'll look it up for you. But
Actually, I don't know.
But do you like the story? Do you like that story?
yeah, like there's a bear. It's like I think I can't even remember actually. Can you remind me of the
Goldilocks
story?
comes in and basically messes with all their stuff and steals their stuff.
Oh, she didn't
Takes
go to the
their
bed.
porridge, lays in their beds.
And
Good
just
stuff.
a jerk.
Yeah.
So what's the moral of the story, by the way? Is this basically like don't steal or don't get eaten by a bear? Because this is interesting, but no, I'm really dying to know what the question is that has to do with Goldilocks.
Well, the opposite of Goldilocks happened in Homewood, California.
Wait, somebody actually went into a house?
No. Listen to this. Three bears broke into a house in Homewood, California, near Lake Tahoe. And it was a mama bear and two young bears, two of her cubs. And they broke into this house and started ravaging everything in there. Ravaged their cabinets, ravaged everything, tried to steal all their food. And then they had a bear doing freaking parkour on their stairs. Do you see this?
Oh, that is actually...
I will tweet
Can I
this
ask
out,
you a question?
G_KUHN.
I'm going to that. By the way, hold on. Who's the person with the you-know-what that took this picture? Like, that is a close picture. That's in close proximity to the bear. Okay?
Absolutely.
Like, that's in your house.
It's I know.
Please tell me that's through a keyhole and somehow she has a magic camera.
No, I have no idea because bears are fast and they'll get you real quick.
I can't even
I don't
believe
know
I've
why
seen
you
that.
would be that close, but regardless, this is terrifying.
I told you about my first game at night in Baton Rouge, right? Have I ever told you that?
No.
Weird. I don't know how I got to this. I guess you were talking about a bear, and I guess I was thinking to myself, like, if I was in my house and three bears came in, I hate to say this because I don't ever want to shoot an animal because I've never even gone. Like, one time they took me deer hunting.
No, I have to though. In that
Dude.
situation, you got to.
That's what I'm saying. I would have had to cap it because I'd have been scared to death. And but I went deer hunting one time and I couldn't pull the trigger. I was like, dude, I can't do it.
I guess this is payback though for Goldilocks coming in and stealing
I think
the
this
bear
is
stuff,
payback.
man.
But this is my question here, though. Or I have a weird question. So, and this is how I got to that. Because I would have to cap those bears, and maybe would have eaten them. Who knows? But I started thinking about that picture. Did you see the picture of the gator this weekend that was being cooked?
Oh yeah, I did.
People actually kind of got mad at Peter or whatever. And I actually got more disappointed at the people, and I thought that was actually a really small gator and actually kind of a cheap setup. Because when I went to my first game in Louisiana, we were drinking straight moonshine. There was an 8-foot gator. And have you ever seen the little fish fry, where you turn the thing and it's got the fish over the flame and it just you turn it and it just kind of rolls the fish over? Rotisserie style. They were doing this with a full-on gator, homie. Like a real gator. Not like a little 5-foot gator. I'm talking about a monster gator, like daddy gator. Not like a baby gator, dadgummit. So that picture going around, I'm going to tell you one. There was somebody over there in the Cajun area that were doing it even dirtier, if you know what I'm saying. That was a mild gator.
Gator's good, though. I like gator.
I've had the nuggets, and I ate some of it from that time. But again, honestly, I don't remember anything
Gator's
except for
good,
trying
man. I'm
some
not
of it
kidding.
because I
It's
was
a little it's like
moonshined out.
And I hate how everybody says chicken.
Moonshine
but really,
kills your taste buds.
Oh, you could eat anything, huh?
Dude, I'm telling you, I was toasted. Couldn't taste anything.
Real moonshine.
Yeah, the real
people.
deal,
People
holy
try to
deal.
say
Like,
moonshine.
you just take a
no.
little thimble cap,
yeah.
man.
Like people that actually make moonshine. But then there's the people that try to sell moonshine in a liquor store. And it's like,
Hey,
you
there's a
wouldn't-
guy
you
who
wouldn't
just
do
sent a
that.
great question. Why would does it make too much sense to send Notre Dame to Ireland?
It makes all the sense
Oh my
in the world.
God! Why did I not think of that? My texters.
Or it's not even that. Don't send Illinois.
Yeah, just
it's very simple.
do not send the Illini. What are you trying to make them never watch your sport again? There's not a seriously Chicago, Illinois fan who seriously is listening that can even remember Kurt Kittner that's going to be sitting there
All
saying,
right.
I like Illinois.
All right, here we go. Last question of the day. How do you feel about the Tigers' home court that they revealed during Memphis Madness?
Are you asking me if I like? Are you trying to ask?
How did you feel about it? All right, I just want to know again.
I think about it until you pointed out a certain situation, and now I'm feel dirty. Okay, buddy. No. Actually,
What's that situation? Can you
it's
put it into
because
words?
of the veins
veins
in the
It's
court.
veiny.
It's
veiny.
like a veiny court, and I need it to more look like a tiger tail or something like that. I can't have it looking. Yeah, nah.
Triumphant and veiny.
By the way, were y'all too young to even remember Kurt Kittner playing for Illinois?
Yeah, no.
I think probably.
No,
He's
too
probably
young.
my age, actually. He was actually a pretty decent quarterback. Only
Yeah.
when they ever.
No,
probably had.
they had some decent teams while I've been alive too. They've had some decent teams. They had Rashard Mendenhall and like some guys like that. You probably.
Oh, I remember all that.
Yeah,
buddy. Trust
solid.
me,
They
man.
were in the
And he was
Rose
with
Bowl
the
while I've
Steelers
been
and
alive
stuff, too.
But still, they're the worst team in the Big Ten. It's not even close.
Hmm.
But you want to know why I'm asking about the court, right?
I'm kind of curious.
A
lot of
they took everything that was said about the court to heart.
Oh,
and
no.
they freaking changed it. They
Hold
changed
up.
the court.
You're lying to me.
They
How did I
took
not
you
know
know how they
Let
had
me go
the
to my
entire
email.
how they had the entire paint covered in the tiger stripes and that blue.
Yeah.
They took the arc of the paint and like where it cuts off and made it regular hardwood.
No way.
Yep. I'll show you it at the break. I've already tweeted it out.
Yay!
G_KUHN.
I'm going to Gabe right now.
Was this
at
this was the
G-
question though, because it's like, were they going to change it? And I knew a lot of people were saying that they didn't think.
I didn't think they
would
were
do it,
going to.
but they did.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh!
they
I'm
took
so
it to
proud of
heart
you.
and changed it.
I can't believe they did that, Gabe. You're awesome, dude. Like the fact that they would do that. Oh my gosh!
They did.
It's so much better. I'm back to loving it.
Right. Now I'm good. I don't have to see what I saw.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That was such a great move. Oh my gosh, that is such a great move. Tigers. See, that's something I want to go right now real quick. Give one little, I know I've done studs and duds all day. Stud goes to the University of Memphis. Stud goes over to their athletic department. Stud goes to Penny. Stud goes to whoever, Tammy DeGraw. Stud goes to everybody over there, Lamar, whoever the heck helped in this. The fact that y'all actually listened to the people, checked it out, and actually went there and changed it. I think that is genius.
I think in the first place, we're dirty minded. You know, the people out there on Twitter and so forth are dirty minded.
Very.
So I don't think you really had to. I think you could have stuck with it, but at the same time, bravo.
Could have stuck with it.
Bravo.
And
Because
it would've-
they probably.
Can I tell you
the thing
something?
is, they probably couldn't unsee it.
Like all year long, you would have had like, hey, next time you go into FedEx Forum, will you please tell them to zip up their fly? Like we would have had to work. Like jokes would have just been coming out all over the place.
I heard somebody ask if the Tigers were going to play with blue balls this year.
Yes, I had somebody just tell me, man.
Everybody's got their jokes,
like,
man.
Oh man, when they go for a tip in, like dude, I had more just. Dude, there was so much stuff that I can't even.
So good move.
Great move. Dr. David Rudd, congratulations. I'm sure you also had a play in that one. That was a very smart move. Now again, Mark Emmert, you're such an idiot. Why is the NCAA still here? This texter, he needs to be hired over Mark. Mark, this guy, oh my gosh. And you know what? I just realized something. That genius texter that I just said, this is going to hurt me. You know that genius texter I just looked at and noticed was? That's Eli. He's probably loving it. He's like, yep, now you know I'm a genius, damn it. Great text by Eli. Yeah, why not send Notre Dame? That was, that's just a great one. Now, we're going to come back on the other side. I can't wait. We're going to do my favorite segment in the whole wide world. I'm going to take you to Hardwood, where it feels so right. Now, I have asked y'all a couple questions about quarterbacks. I wanted y'all to think about right now after watching the Dallas Cowboys. They have imploded. They are playing horrible football. You can tell Mari Cooper without him. Dak looks lost. Dak looks lost, period. I mean, they lost to the Jets last night. Sam Darnold, yeah. Now, my question is, though, would you take, right now, if you could, would you have Sam Darnold or Dak Prescott? Like, wow, how have times changed, like, to where we're at? And I'm just kind of curious. First Bank text line 67129.
Eli was saying that Notre Dame and Navy play next year, like literally do play in Ireland next season.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Should be decent.
That would actually be a good
that
game.
makes sense, though.
But why are the next year you going to go out and actually destroy their eyeballs? They're going to get excited. They're going to see Notre Dame and Navy. You're going to see all the pageantry with Navy. You're going to see the whole thing. Oh, my gosh, it's going to be great. And then the next year you're going to come over there and just be like, thanks for spending your money in year one.
But if you're going to go...
Spend your money in year two, and you're going to see a whole different experience.
College football in Ireland, go with the Fighting Irish every year. I mean, make them do it every year. Right? Like, theoretically.
Not every year.
Not every year. You
because
can
that's a
skip
long
some years, but I'm just saying, like, why would you send Illinois at any point or Nebraska
I still
at
don't
any
know
point?
the reason that Illinois would go. I honestly have no clue. Like, are they now? Did they change their? Are they Ole Miss and changing their mascot constantly? Did they just become the Fighting Jamesons?
No, they're the Fighting Illini.
They still are.
Yeah.
They didn't make themselves.
No. They didn't.
The Fighting Irishmen.
They aren't
the
getting
Fighting
censored.
Shillelaghs?
They aren't getting censored or PC'd.
Oh, that was dumb, and I'm stupid, but I'm sorry. Baseball last night. If you were up late, you know that my man Correa had some perfect timing. I don't know if you can have better timing. That come in, see one pitch at a home run, say, "Peace, hasta mañana, we out of here." This thing's tied at 1-1. It's got to be the biggest walk-off home run in his life, and it was against the Yankees in a must-win situation. Carlos Correa. I just, honestly, I hope you're just now waking up because you partied like a rock star last night, and I hope you feel like $1 million today because hitting a home run to the opposite field off my man J.A. Happ on the very first pitch of the bottom of the 11th, like, change the outcome of this series. And I think tonight, yes, you see I thought Cardinal red. I'm in Cardinal blue. I'm also learning that they used to wear blue. I didn't know because I can't see it, man. But anyway, tonight you have St. Louis, and yes, you have Washington. The game is in Washington. If you're a Cardinals fan, you kind of got to feel good because you got your tails kicked when you were in St. Louis. It was 0-2, and it was really bad. And now you got to be thinking to yourself, now we got to face Steven Strasburg, and we couldn't even get any hits off your other pitchers. Oh, my goodness. And we're going to be in so much trouble. Jack's on the mound. Jack Flaherty is on the mound tonight. The NLCS becomes a series. Game 3 starts at 6:38. I promise you, I am here for you baseball fans. I am here, Cardinals fans. You are going to get this one. You're going to feel good, and you're going to feel like you're back in this one, and you actually have an opportunity. Before you wake up tomorrow morning, you will go to bed going, whew. Thank you, Yachty. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Paul, Colton, maybe even Azuna. Maybe he'll get one for you, too. Maybe Paul DeYoung. He'll hit one out. It'll be great. But all I'm saying is tonight's the night. They're going to get to Strasburg. Strasburg was not all world in his last outing. If you don't remember, yes, they did win the game, but it went to extras, and you got to remember, Edman owns Strasburg. He's 1 for 2. I don't know if that's really owning him, but he's batting 500.
Did you just say he's owning them?
It was just being silly. No, in all honesty, though,
That's
I will
funny.
say this. 44 attempts. Marcell Ozuna has seen him 44 times. He has 9 RBIs, 3 home runs, 14 hits. He's batting .318.
Historically.
He's actually pretty damn good against them.
Historically, the Cardinals as a team, and I get that it's a different team, you know what I mean?
Well,
but
right now, they
historically,
hadn't got a hit.
they do well against other teams' aces. They really
Yes,
do.
they do. Now, the other thing I'm going to do
In the playoffs,
on
that
the
is. In the
flip
playoffs,
side,
that is.
On the flip side is Soto's 0 for 1 against my man Flaherty. Eaton's 0 for 3. And Trey Turner's 1 for 3, and that's really good. That's .333 and kind of scary. And then Anthony Rendon's 1 for 2, and that's 500, and that's also really scary. But I'm telling you, Cardinals fans, get ready. We're going to rock. Go Cardinals. And whatever you do, don't touch the dial, because coming up next, I'm going to take you to Hardwood. We get to talk about how Joshua Dobbs, how unlucky are you? There's a dude named Duck Hodges who is starting for the Steelers. You were there for so long behind Ben, you never got your chance. Then they trade you, and you're like, man, maybe I'll be behind Nick Foles. Nope, Gardner Minshew took it all from you, yo. And now you way backed up when Duck Hodges is starting for the Steelers. Could have been you, Joshua Dobbs.
And by the way, old buddy of mine, Paxton Lynch, one injury away from being a
Duck
starting
Hodges
quarterback.
get injured. Hey. How much money do you want to bet that Duck gets knocked out and we will see Paxton?
I don't want to bet on that. All right?
I don't want to bet on that. I don't want to bet
it.
on an injury. But I'm just okay. Can we bet on we see Paxton Lynch this year for the Steelers?
Yeah, I mean,
Dude,
chances
at the
are
rate
pretty
that
high.
they're going, yeah. Especially at the rate the NFL's going with injuries.
Well, Mason
goodness.
Rudolph, is he ever going to be back? I mean, he can come back, right?
I don't know yet. We'll
Concussion
see.
protocol.
I mean,
right?
He can, but who's been better, Duck or Mason?
He woke up. Imagine waking up and your face mask is off your helmet. I would be thrown for a loop.
Yo, what happened to it? Please tell me it didn't get knocked off. Whatever y'all do, we'll be right back. This is Sports 56. And by the way, we're in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. And I hope you know you can get those factory direct pool tables, and you could also get a spa because they got sales that are going on out of control. By the way, pool tables are as low as $12.99 right now. Check them out. Family Leisure, 2120 Witten Road, just north of I-40. We'll be right back with Hardwood on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Start your day with the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hertz right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Farmers Insurance knows that when you're in the car and that song comes on, yes, that's the one, you have no choice but to pull out your imaginary drumsticks and smash those cymbals and stomp on that kick pedal, which unfortunately is the accelerator pedal. And we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent who knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
For the best lineup of quality, fuel-efficient, and fun-to-drive vehicles, get to Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan. Over 1,000 new certified and pre-owned vehicles in one great location. Catch the savings now during our huge model year-end sales event. Score an amazing deal at Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan and get to the game in style at Germantown Road and Highway 64. Family owned since 1981.
It's car buying time now during Wolf Chase Nissan's Summer Savings Event. More cars, better offers, and bigger savings than ever before. Model year-end savings on every new 2019 Nissan in stock. Financing as low as 0% up to 60 months on select models for qualified buyers with approved credit through NMAC. Hurry in for exciting summer savings. And remember, if your car says Wolf Chase Nissan, you got the best deal. WolfChaseNissan.com.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know: Benswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Benswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Benswanger Glass in Midtown, located at 340 South Hollywood, across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit their website, benswangerglass.com. Benswanger Glass.
Now's the time to find your color, your paint, and everything to get started at the Home Depot. Transforming your home is easier than ever with the best savings online and in-store. Right now, you can find everything for your next project and get our best paint at an even better price. Save $5 on 1 gallon and $20 on 5-gallon buckets of Behr Marquee Interior, rated #1 by J.D. Power for customer satisfaction. For a limited time only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through October 14th. Limit 25 gallons per customer. See store for details.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy ghosts and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. There's nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. See a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs Jackson when you got words?
What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. And yeah, you need some words, especially for this happy hour, because I'm going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which I always get to talk about my favorite subjects, sports and weed. Works out really good. And I'm talking about because I like medicine, medicinal purposes. Louis Goldberg is going to join us on the 16th at 1:30. He is the foremost expert on CBD oil, the difference of them. He knows literally more about this stuff. He was a doctor for many years. Anyway,
you
great
know what?
story.
Obviously, a little bit of a sidebar we're going to get on here, but CBD is incredible what it's done for people.
Mhm.
Honestly, the mental aspect. I've heard of what it does for the NFL players. A lot of NFL
Seizures
players
for
are
the young
using
lady
it now.
that I know.
Absolutely, but in the NFL, they're using it as a neuroprotectant for concussions.
Mhm.
It's pretty impressive.
And by the way, the reason I'm bringing this up is because when I talk about two guys who decided or three people who decided that they were going to give advice on marijuana, I think you should listen to my show on Wednesday instead of these three people I'm going to talk about. But we're going to find out during Hardwood because it is absolutely fascinating. But before I get to Hardwood, I got to tell you about this tweet that I laughed so hard. Up on a stair top in Tennessee, he capped his first bear at the age of 3. He was Johnny Crockett. That was pretty good, by the way, I thought. I was like, dude, this guy thinks I'm something. Nope. Johnny Crockett. But anyway, also want to tell you something. I might be nothing, but you know who is somebody? My buddy Bill, 901-406-1101. Serious as a heart attack. One of the nicest guys I know. You need something, he's there for you. If you need cash in a flash and you own your house, bing, bang, boom, he'll take care of you. You need to sell your house. It's been on the market for a few months. Why? I don't know. All you have to do is call 901-406-1101. If you're thinking about selling your house, just call 901-406-1101. Figure it out. And the other thing is, if you find your dream house, immediately call 901-406-1101, because how bad would that be that you lose your dream house because you didn't sell your other house and couldn't put the down payment? I saw that happen to somebody. It was it was a disaster. Luckily, they did find Bill, so the next time they found a house that was close to their dream house, they were able to call Bill, bing, bang, boom. They had their cash in a flash. And just like I said, however it is, any house, any area, as is. North, south, east, west, wherever you are, if you can hear me, give 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You give my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses a call, and bing, bang, boom, we just sold your house. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Now, the reason I brought up my good friend Louis Goldberg, who's coming on to talk, because there's a lot of very serious questions about today's marijuana. And people are getting very confused. We have now people getting sick from these vaping, this illegal THC market. Some sick people are putting pesticides in these. And again, I've already tweeted out, if you legalize it, regulate it, you won't have the black market anymore. It's pretty damn simple. But when you have jerks driving across into states and buying like 100 of them, then when they use them all up, buying them back and just filling them up with BS and selling them to some poor kid. I mean, that it's not like, I'm sorry, no offense. I don't think drug dealers care about your children. They just don't. Legalize it, tax it, regulate it, and then we'll have kids stop getting sick.
And I think it's that last one that needs to happen. I mean, you don't have to legalize it in every state. You just need to regulate what the hell you're having with your medicinal marijuana. Like, the amount of unknown, supposedly, quote unquote, I'll say, about what marijuana is crazy. When you've done studies over it, you act as if you don't know anything about it when you clearly do.
Well, I'm bringing on my man Lewis to talk about CBD, it's the benefits of it, and there's all this other stuff called CBG, a new cannabinoid. There's a whole thing in the endocrine system that we're now finding out about this plant. This is so sad since the federal government realistically made it a Schedule 1. They haven't been able to do as much research as they wanted to, but the research they were doing at Ole Miss, that's right, has come out, and they've been doing some great work at the university. And the things that they have found in that plant, pharmaceutical companies, I know why you're scared. Pieces of you know what.
And I have a girlfriend who works in the medical field. She's a nurse, and she will not. She doesn't know anything about it.
That's crazy.
Marijuana cannabis in general is an absolute question to them. They don't have any idea. They won't take any of the science for real. It's not serious to them.
It's sad. It's very sad. But this is where I have to say, I like Snoop Dogg. He's cool. You know, he's Snoop D-O-double-G, baby.
He brought out the good old stripper pole.
Came out with the stripper poles in Kansas. I thought that was great. If you want to go ahead and burn Kansas down, do it right. Go ahead and go all out. Hey, Rick Pitino, shout out to you. Why did he, when he shot the money gun?
If he would have said shout out to Rick Pitino,
shout out to Rick. This is how we roll up in Kansas now. That would have been the funniest thing in the history of the world.
That's all we would have to talk about.
Dude, I'd still be talking about it. But this is what Snoop Dogg gets with Seth Rogen, and this is where it gets really weird. And Jennifer Aniston. And then they hop on the Howard Stern show and all get high and talk about weed. I just think this is going to be a different show on Wednesday with my buddy Lewis. What do you think, Gabe?
I think it'll be fun.
Now, I do have to admit, I think sitting around with Jennifer Aniston and Snoop Dogg and Seth Rogen smoking some weed with Howard Stern would probably be a pretty cool day. But I think we're going to get a little more educated on Wednesday than that. But, dude, what a show. The things you can do on satellite radio. Unbelievable. Now, I do have to also ask this. There's been so many things that have been going on in the world. Oh, by the way, I don't want to be rude. Was there something this weekend that you had to get to? Because I know that you've dropped. No,
I just think I honestly just think it's hilarious what's going on with the Cowboys right now. And I know Eli.
Like, what do you mean?
I'm talking about the fact that Jason Garrett
he stinks.
According to former players like Des Bryant, like Terrell Owens, like Tony Romo, is the problem. Like he said in the first half, like Tony Romo said, I see a lot of Jason Garrett's footprints in this offense. Des Bryant took to Twitter and said that was a low-key, cold-blooded shot. He took it Jason Garrett. And then Terrell Owens came out and also said it has absolutely nothing to do with the players on that team. It is all Jason Garrett. So I wonder how hot that seat or what's going to go down, because we had Jerry Jones come out last week talk about, okay, I'm not firing him until, you know what I mean? Until the season ends. But I don't know. With losing to the Jets...
The
Jets?
Dude, did that dude who, who that dude who shows up to all the Jets game and does the JETS? I think he even gave up, and then they pulled out a win.
It is so funny. It's comical.
Oh, man. This is, by the way, I do want to bring this up, and this is the one thing I really didn't want to bring up today. I brought it up because we're going to talk about Louis Goldberg and other situations. I'm not going to talk about it until I do a little more research and I get something in the bag. I've had people text me, ask me questions about it. I feel I need to do a little more research on the Angels, the whole Tyler Skaggs situation, and if the reports are true that ESPN is dropping, and some of the stuff that I read into the DEA's investigation into Tyler Skaggs' drug-related death.
Part of that report was almost already known. I mean, judging by the way it happened and the way he passed, you knew that there was a problem involved.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. They dropped the ball, bro. You can't. Like, we're in the midst of this crisis, and you're going to tell me you're going to let it. I don't even get. Anyway, I'm going to do a little bit more researching, but it's honestly some of the Angels employees and some of the players and coaches and then the fact that they're saying that other people out and, abuse oxycodone and Oxycontin or whatever that oxy crap is. Again, it just makes me sick. And it's not, I'm not sick of these people. I'm praying for these people. They need help. They really need help. And a lot of you people out there, do not say, I don't do it. Why don't they just stop? No, it really isn't. It's not like that, buddy. You just don't get to stop. Sorry. You actually need somebody to intervene, and you're going to need a lot of help, to be honest with you. I've seen it way too many times, and I've actually been there to help, and it sucks. But you know what? We, as a society, are greed, and we created this problem. If we don't deal with it, it's going to become a lot worse. A lot worse. So, now let's get back to some fun stuff, because I like fun stuff. Like, I like watching Joey Magnifico catch a ball and it get called incomplete. Not, oh my goodness, did the world lose its mind that Golf Digest even wrote that the Tigers got robbed? Am I on drugs, or did I really read that?
No, that was on the Golf Digest.
That was awesome.
They're doing the Lord's work, man. I can't get over it, man. I really
it's
can't.
Frustrating.
It's the most frustrating thing in the world. I don't understand how you reverse that call. I don't understand at all what they saw, what they thought they saw. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. But I also do have to say, as embarrassing that was, I did see something that was straight up awesome. It was Patrick Holmes and Deshaun Watson, and it was them two going at each other like you would not believe. Two guys right now who are entrenched in the MVP battle.
Deshaun Watson, a serious candidate.
Yes.
Now.
So, I mean, he's a very serious candidate. He's a very serious quarterback. The fact that I still can't believe it. Hey, Chicago fans.
How you feeling?
Hey, you got Mitch Trubisky before Deshaun Watson. Hey, and before Patrick Mahomes. Same draft, you moron.
If you put that offense, if you had Deshaun Watson on that offense and that defense together.
Could you imagine Khalil Mack and D-Dub?
Oh, my God.
That'd be so
Super Bowl
sick.
favorite.
Oh, but by the way, the reason I bring this up, because I like to be happy, and we were talking about things that stunk. Well, do you know that every time I watch Deshaun Watson, every single time I think of Warwick Dunn's mother and him? Always. I don't know if you realize this. I retweeted it. It's an old story, but it's one of the best. It'll bring some tears to your eyes. If you don't realize this, when Warwick Dunn was 18 years old and going off to school, his mother, a police officer, was murdered in the line of duty. And when he got done playing football, he opened up a foundation in her honor, and it's such a amazing foundation. And what it is they get homes for the underprivileged. But it's really cool because he doesn't just go and say, hey, you're poor, I'm going to give you a home. You have to work 300 hours building a home for somebody else to qualify. You know what I'm saying? Well, Deshaun Watson, when he was a young kid, they lived in this, him and his three brothers live in this 1-bedroom, cramped, little bitty apartment, and they're always going on to the move from the apartment. They're living in their cars, but he brings this home from school that Warwick Dunn's doing this. She goes out there, works the 300 hours, and then all of a sudden, this was 12 years ago now. Can you believe that? It was only 12 years ago. 12 years ago. I still can't get over that. 12 years ago, when Deshaun Watson's a little kid, you should look at it. She spent over 300 hours, like I said. Dina, that's Dina Watson, his mother, went out there, helped the Dunn Foundation, and then she comes home one day, and you can watch it. It'll bring tears to your eyes. Warwick Dunn, after she works all day trying to help build somebody else's house, goes home, and you see Warwick Dunn give Deshaun Watson's mom the keys to their new home, which was fully furnished. It had 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and even a full refrigerator. And think about where Deshaun Watson is today. But think about, without Warwick Dunn's help, where he would be today. I can tell you right now, he wouldn't be where he is. So Warwick Dunn, rest in peace, Miss Dunn. Your son's doing great work, and it's still paying off today. Every time I watch D-Dub, I think about y'all. Y'all are awesome. Hopefully I can do something like that someday. Everybody can get out there and make this world a better place. We're going to take some picks on the other side. We got, Monday Night Football. And we do have a little bit of baseball. Can the Cardinals get back in this bad boy? We're going to have to find out. You can't touch that dial. Sports 56, 96.1, and of course, 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
Hi, this is Troy Five Ash, owner of Five Ash Roofing. If you're in need of a roof, there's no better place to start than Five Ash Roofing. No matter what your situation is, we have you covered. We can walk you through the insurance process without committing fraud like many of my competitors. You'd be surprised how many times salesmen and contractors will manufacture storm damage just so they can get a sale. We do residential, multifamily, and commercial work. We're certified in every form of roofing we offer. Our labor warranties are for the life of the shingle, and we don't charge extra for that. And to my knowledge, there's no other roofing company in Memphis offering that level of security. And if that's not enough, we offer a best price guarantee. We are the official roofer of the University of Memphis Athletic Department and a proud member of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Dirt happens, as well as debris, dust, and damage. And when they happen to you, you need good, clean, fast service. You need Hilo Commercial Services. Hilo specializes in construction, commercial, food plant, and industrial cleaning with customized service just for you. Hilo is also an expert at high dusting to clean hard-to-reach places. When dirt happens, call Hilo Commercial Services, 901-277-6733, or visit HiloCommercial.com. Hilo Commercial Services, good, clean, and fast for you.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you bound to wind up dead. You don't head back to Tennessee yet.
What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, and I'm a little fired up, man. I'm fired up for so many reasons. One, I can't stop laughing at the Kings. Did y'all hear about this? Y'all ever heard of Taylor Swift? Y'all know who she is? She's kind of like a really big pop star or something. I think she was a country star, now she's a pop star. Anyway, she's really big with the youngins.
And she always talks about her exes.
Yeah, something like that. But dude, and I know she has a song, Shake It Off, right? Yeah. And there's like, I think another one like Don't Blame Me or something.
These must be on your playlist every
day. Dude, I have
day.
daughters, okay? You got to remember that. Like, I might not know her, but I know when they're like singing Tay Swift in the background and 3 like 12, 14, well, now they're old, now 16-year-old girl. Well, man, I miss those days actually. Anyway, point is, This is going to make you laugh. Do you know who this is not a joke. The fans of the Kings. So they won a couple championships back in the day. Well, guess what? They haven't won since a Taylor Swift banner went up about her like breaking the all-time attendance record or something. I don't even know why they have a Taylor Swift banner. Well, anyway, there's a Taylor Swift banner in Staples Center. The Kings just tweeted out that they will take the banner down because the fans believe that the reason the Kings can't win in the postseason is because of the Taylor Swift banner, and there's a Taylor Swift curse, and they are now obliging. Tell me that is not trippy.
Well, it's not, see, because like look at what the Tigers just did.
Fans are hilarious.
Fans can make stuff happen. They have more
Dude,
power than
they really do. Think about Tennessee and the coaching situation. Hey, dude.
That was.
Dude, I'm telling you, man,
something.
it's amazing though to think about how much power this little thing in your phone has.
I mean,
has got
with the basketball coach situation, we know how that ended. We know how that started. We know how that ended.
Too. That's a really
fans
good,
have more power than they give themselves credit for.
Pretty amazing. But then there was one other thing I needed to bring up because if I don't, I got a guy who's already texted me about 6 times. Explain to me, you're killing me. Explain to me, you're killing me. No, reason I was saying this very simple is I'm just trying to tell you is that as much as I am a Josh Dobbs because he's a great person, this is what I was talking about, an example of, it's 95. Well, it's 50% talent and probably 45% like right place, right time, right guy, right like luck. You know what I mean? Think about this. Duck Hodges was the quarterback for Samford. He was fighting for the last practice squad quarterback. And guess what happens? All of a sudden, they trade Joshua Dobbs to Jacksonville. He gets that last job, bang. Then he gets moved up, guy gets hurt. Now guess who has it? Paxton Lynch now has Duck Hodges' old job. But guess what? Duck Hodges started. Yeah. Think about this. This could have been Joshua Dobbs' job a few months ago. And by the way, with the name Duck Hodges, can we just be honest? How long before he's doing an Aflac commercial? Let's be real. How long? Week, 2? Aflac. Duck Hodges walking out.
I hope they don't do that to him.
Oh, you know they're going
But
to do
he'll
that.
accept it.
Dude,
That's probably good money right there.
It's money in the bank, baby. But and his name is pretty cool. But, Joshua Dobbs, again, one of the smartest guys in football. Dude's literally like a rocket scientist. And, again, right place, right time. And think about it, Gardner Minshew. And the reason I bring this up is because Gardner Minshew was driving to be the backup quarterback for Nick Saban behind Tua Tagovailoa and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts and Tua are both playing in college football, and they're both playing damn good. Man, Lincoln's got Jalen doing everything. Nick's got Tua doing everything. And guess what? My man Gardner Minshew is now playing great football for the Jags. Even though they lost this weekend and he didn't have a very good game, that's still impressive. And he's now backing up. My man Joshua Dobbs, who would have been starting this week for Pittsburgh, is now backing up. Yes, Gardner Minshew, who was on his way to become a head football coach and just learn from Nick Saban. Isn't that weird how the world works? Tell me that it's not as much about luck as it is talent.
You got to be in the right place in the right time, man.
Dude, Tom Brady is not the GOAT if Drew Bledsoe doesn't get lit up like a Christmas tree.
Absolutely. And if he's not with Bill Belichick, if he's not with that Patriots organization, where's he at? Does he ever get the shot?
Dude,
That's
no,
the question.
I don't think so. And again, also, think about just right now the 49ers. Look at the quarterback situation, like I said. Look at Brissett, look at Jimmy, and look at my man Tom Brady. Bill Belichick knows talent. That's why he's such a dead gum coach. By the way, who was it that knocked out Drew Bledsoe with that hit on the sideline? It was the Jets. It was a Jets player. Was it Mo Lewis? 67129. 67129. Find out. I think Mo Lewis knocked him the bleep out. I can't remember, but I think Mo Lewis actually, if I'm right, if I'm Tom Brady, I buy Mo Lewis a Rolls Royce. You owe that dude your career, yo. I'm pretty sure Mo knocked him out. But anyway, that was so long ago, and plus y'all know my mind don't work very well. I'm probably wrong knowing me. Now, one thing I'm never wrong on, barbecue. Best barbecue in the world is at Central. All you have to do is go to one of their 4 amazing locations. They got the new one on Poplar, the original in Central. Don't forget Summer in the Bad Boy downtown, right behind the Civil Rights Museum. But the one thing about Central Barbecue is it doesn't just have the best barbecue in the greatest barbecue city on planet Earth. It also has the best chicken, the best wings, the best barbecue nachos, the best bread pudding. It literally has the best smoked turkey you've ever had in your life. It has everything, and they just take it up to another notch. Hey, Emerald, you don't know jack. Everything's over at Central, baby. They know how to kick it up a notch. Central Barbecue, they are simply the best. Go to cbqmemphis.com. You will thank me later, I promise, or just stop anytime in one of their 4 great locations, and you are going to just love me. Speaking of loving me, you're going to love me tonight. You know why? Because tonight, it will not be 3-0. Washington will not win at home. This has been a road team series. Yes, Houston was the first team to win at home in the 11th inning, and they did it on a first pitch home run off a J.A. hat from Carlos Correa, and that's going to get the home teams so fired up, and teams are going to start winning. Take the Cardinals plus 25. Flaherty is going to ball, baby. Do it. And let me tell you something about the NFL. There's no way Green Bay should just be a 3.5-point favorite. Vegas is trying to trap you.
It looks hard.
Take the Lions.
Ooh.
Take the Lions.
Ooh.
Lions and Cards. It's going to look hard. It's going to feel hard, but it's going to feel really good in the morning. Get out there, make this world a better place. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
If you're the owner of a company and you're tired of a dirty office building, or maybe you're tired of dirty restrooms, or floors and carpets that are filthy, or windows that you can't even see through, I've got a solution. Let Trinity be your cleaning solution. Trinity Professional Services. They're putting professionalism back in cleaning. They specialize in stripping and waxing and buffing floors, in cleaning carpet. Just make it seem like it's spring outside. Window cleaning where you see through and everything shines. Commercial janitorial services specializing in final construction cleaning. Hey, the people that own this company, they are big construction people. They know what needs to be done. So if you would like it done the right way, call Todd Pope or Tommy Ferrari, the former Tiger quarterback, at 833-6773. 833-6773.